I had a bit of a hiccup last night. It's the first time this has happened to me. I've booked with Airbnb for about 3 or 4 years now. First time was in Vietnam. Last night I got an email. The first booking for three weeks of the 4-week stay I got there. The person who was going to put me up has just cancelled the booking like that, with no explanation. With less than a week to go before I was supposed to arrive in Saigon. Luckily I had nothing on during the night and could just basically try to find alternate accommodation, although, you know, it's hardly ideal just given it less than a week before you actually arrive compared to planning several months ahead. I got a full credit back for the booking, including the booking fee and everything, but that's not really the point. The point is that you plan ahead to get the best accommodation, and so I had to scramble and get something that was reasonable. As it turned out, it looks as though I've done okay. It's not ideal, but it's actually in a good location. It's in District 3, so that part of it's quite good. But there haven't been that many reviews of this place, and the last review was less than complimentary. But to the credit of the owner, a girl named Christy, she did come back and answered the grievances of the person, because they'd stayed for a month and weren't aware that they'd have to be up for electricity and what have you. Apparently the electricity bill there was horrendous, $160 US a month. That's very, very high. They must have been running the aircon continually, that's all I can figure. Because I hardly use aircon myself, so she'll love me, but I'm going to just stay there 3 weeks anyway. So I thought, look, I'm not going to condemn the owner for that. Everyone can start off with a bad experience, whether it's the bad host or a bad Airbnb booking. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Didn't have much choice anyway, and it was about the same price range. And like I said, the area is pretty good. Only little downside would be that there's a sort of a mezzanine bunk bed area upstairs, which is probably less than ideal for me. I'd rather have a standard bed, but it's only a very minor quibble. The place looks fine actually. Apparently it's got a balcony, so that's all right. But the area it's in District 3 that it's in is actually very good, so it might work out all right. And like I said, I've only had to pay an extra $38, I think, on top of my original booking for 3 weeks to secure it, so it wasn't much of a financial... I was looking at maybe spending a bit more money getting a place by the river or something, but no, I decided I don't want to spend a huge amount of money. As long as it's comfortable, it's like a studio with a mezzanine bed upstairs, and that's fine by me. So that was all right. But getting back to the Airbnb booking process, since it's the first time I've actually had a cancellation pulled on me, it's not a pleasant experience. It really isn't. There was a moment of panic there. Although, you know, I've been to Saigon many times, and it wasn't as if I'm going during Tet. If you can't imagine if you had the booking during Tet, you'd be really freaking out. I'd be probably a bit reticent to get an Airbnb booking during that time, because it's the last thing you need is a cancellation at a really busy time of the year like that. So that was okay. Look, the thing I guess that pisses me off is that you don't even get an explanation why it was cancelled. You know, it'd be nice if the owner was forced to actually at least tick a box or say something for some reason for cancelling. But you see this quite a bit in Airbnb, and this is one of the downsides of that system, is you see a lot of these bookings are cancelled by certain owners, certain hosts, and I think if they do it too close to the booking, they're out of pocket. So there is a penalty to the hosts if they do cancel too soon. That has to be, because it has to be a disincentive for them to do that, because it totally undermine the system otherwise. But I still think it needs some tightening up, because I see it far too often. a number of times that there's cancelled bookings when you're looking at reviews. If I'd gone with the tried and true that I'd used the last time, was in the same alleyway, I could only get a booking. Actually, I think they were booked out, if I recall. That was the main reason I didn't do it. So I don't think I had an option, but I'd go with them again because I think they'll run a bit more professionally and there's less chance of a cancellation. So that's something to keep in mind. I mean, Airbnb is definitely better value for money if things go smoothly, but it can be a problem. I had one particular horrendous experience in Phuket. That was just horrible, and I didn't really get compensated properly for that, even though it was only a 3-night gig. It just wasn't right. I should have been. I couldn't stay there. It was uninhabitable. It was mould. It's just horrible, choking mould. Can't stay in a place like that. So that's just it's just not on. So, and then I've still got problems at the moment with the sale of my flat. I still haven't got my ID sorted out. I emailed a couple of days ago, I think it was last Thursday, to births, deaths and marriages in Victoria, where I put the application in. Of course, they've got my money and already banked that. That's typical, but I haven't received any service from them yet. I scanned the details of the documents in and an attachment to the email. Now they may not accept those anyway, so I'm going to have to mail them in any case, those documents, and I'll just have to I'll get them when they come back. I'll get them I'll get the birth certificate when it gets back to me. So that'll be while I'm away. It'll probably take about I think it said that it takes about 14 days or something, or 10 to 14 work days or something like that, just for them to process stuff. So they're a fair way behind. So if I put the application in now before I leave from overseas, it won't get here probably for 3 weeks. So I hope it's not going to be sitting in my letterbox. Hopefully it's a pickup from the post office. That'd be the ideal, but who knows? That's what should happen. So I'll just have to go that way. And the good news is that the real estate agent seems to be really super conscientious, and he actually contacted me Sunday morning about the property sale. I think he also tried to get through to me Saturday. For some reason it wouldn't connect on my mobile, and he said there's been quite a bit of interest in the place, so it does look good. The photos online in realestate.com.au came up really well, and it looks as though he's pretty buoyant. He thinks he'll sell pretty quickly. So he said, a lot of these places can take a month, but he thinks mine might go a bit faster, so that's good news. The only problem, of course, is I won't be able to settle until I get this ID business sorted out. So that's vital I get that done. Looks like I'll probably have to go for a 60-day settlement, because I can't possibly do 30 days unless it's sort of like it's sold so near the end of my time on the road. And I just don't want to take the risk, because I just don't trust government bodies to do their jobs and send out the paperwork they're supposed to. I think it's a bit rich, as I say, taking the money and they don't even provide the service yet. It's typical. Anyway, that's pretty well updated where I stand. I don't like having that stuff hanging over me, and it's not an ideal way to go overseas, but at least I've got somewhere to stay there now. So I think I'll perk up as soon as I actually get on the plane on Friday. But, I think this is pretty typical of me these days. I get a bit, I don't know, just don't pre-travel jitters. I shouldn't have any jitters. I don't know. Not sure what you'd call it, but yeah, I think once I get up there, I'll have a good time. But I don't have as high expectations as usual, so that could be a good thing. I'm wondering whether I should go somewhere else, because I have done it to death recently, So it's the other option is to look for a different location. Yeah, I'll see. I don't know. Looks like the aquarium, they're making a bit of progress there, outside of it. So it should be open soon. I think a bit more progress being made on the aquarium here than the cultural centre. That seems to still be a huge work in progress. A lot of equipment there. But yeah, as you can see, that's really taking shape now. The aquarium, I reckon that will be on schedule the way it's going. I think it was supposed to be about May, if I recall. I put it in one of my videos, but I think that's when the scheduled opening is, and it looks like they might make it. Looking really good from the outside anyway. So they've looks quite presentable, but obviously there's a bit of work up the top there, and they probably haven't put the tanks in yet. That's going to be probably the last thing they'll do. So yeah. I can hear the damn bats from up here. They have basically taken over the area around the library. It's got a decidedly fruity smell, presumably because of what they excrete from their rear ends, because I think their diet is basically fruit. And you can smell it, you can actually smell it in the area. Yeah, I'd say that they're up there. I can't see them very well with my eyesight, but I would say that that's a whole group of the beasties up there in that tree there. So you've got a healthy population of bats around here. That's what you want. As long as they don't interfere with the Guinness.